Good morning, ladies and germs. Well, actually, it'd be afternoon for you because I always premiere this stuff at like 4 o'clock. Okay, so anyway, that's right. We're back with another episode of Cruising with Codger, and check out my duds today, guys. Look at that! Look at the star. Dallas Cowboys. Troy Aikman jersey, vintage Troy Aikman jersey. You're welcome, America. All right, so how about them Cowboys? Alright, so here's the deal. We are actually going to Nanny and Gigi's today. No special reason, just going over for a visit. Gonna have a little campfire, a little barbecue, I guess. So, anyway, I wanted to go over. I wanted a reason to wear my jersey, right? I wasn't working today. So I thought I'd bring you guys along for the journey. And, yeah, I thought it would be fun. So, it's gonna be interesting. And hopefully not as interesting as the last, well, hopefully as interesting as the last ride when I had to tow that guy. So anyway, this is Friday, so I don't know what today's date is, but it's Friday anyway. You'll see this probably on a Sunday, since I'm trying to put these Cruising with Codger videos up on Sundays. So yeah, we're gonna take a cruise, and the ride isn't long enough. I don't believe that I'll have to try to take it in one take, so I can cut back and forth to me, to the road, to me, to the road. It's going to be really awesome, guys. So anyway, let me put you in the little holder here. This is going to be great. Slip you guys down in there. Here we go. Alright, you seem to be fairly secure. Looking pretty good, Not bad at all. Get this radio turned down fast before I get demonetized. Alright, so anyway, guys, the pickup is like a pigsty because I've been working all week. I got work gloves and parts and wrenches and water jugs and oil and all kinds of stuff in here. But alright, I think we've got everything we need pretty much. Got my wallet. I got you guys. Got the keys. Alright. So this is going to be Memorial Day weekend. I actually have something interesting coming up. I'm definitely not going to film. But it looks like I might actually be going on a fishing trip with my coworker, Kevin. Depending. I probably will definitely be going on a fishing trip with him, but it depends on whether or not it'll be this Monday or not. It might be this Memorial Monday, but to Duck Lake, which is one of the places I want to take you guys. I won't film that day, but I will film coming up sometime soon, a trip to Duck Lake. So anyway, guys, we're getting ready to hit the highway here, just pulling down the driveway, and I'm going to make sure you guys are straight and looking good, and we're going to cut to the road right here. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to try something a little bit different here. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I pretty much had it as far out as I can go. I'm trying to get you guys a little further out from the windshield. Make it a little better on you guys. I think that, I don't know. People want more sky shot, so we'll try that, okay? And I can move you guys around like I do and everything. Alright, we're going to hit the road, ladies and germs. Here we go. This is it. We're hitting the tar. Look at that sky. There ain't a cloud in the sky today, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna rock on down the highway. Alright. How you guys been anyway? It's been a little while. There hasn't been as many videos lately because the internet has been total crap. Like complete total crap. So I haven't been able to get anything uploaded, and sometimes I get something almost uploaded and then the internet dies, so yeah, that always stinks. So anyway, it's been tough. I've been struggling trying to get stuff uploaded, and with the schedule and everything. Videos, there's going to be no lack of videos. It's just going to be a matter of getting them up, because I have tons and tons of footage that I haven't filmed yet that's all ready to be filmed. and then put up to you guys. And I have tons of footage that is filmed that needs to be edited and put up to you guys that I can't get up yet because the internet not working. So anyway, guys, there is going to be a ton. There's the schoolhouse, by the way. There's going to be a ton of videos coming out to you guys. It's going to be excellent. So I'm really pumped. I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. Look at that tree. That really stands out on camera. So anyway, guys, I hope these videos are as fun for you as they are for me, because I am having a blast with these. So yeah, just saying. What a beautiful Friday. Yeah, we actually didn't have to work today through the weekend. We hustled all week and we get into the week to get the cemeteries and stuff done. And we got them done. We got the flags hung for Memorial Day. You didn't see any because I live on the Lowell, right on the Lowell line, and we were going this way out of Lowell. And I work for the town of Burlington next door, so we hung the flags there. Lowell doesn't hang flags, so there's no festivities to Lowell. They're not festive in any way. They don't participate in any way. It's just kind of boring, actually. But yeah, so they just kind of let Burlington pay for everything, honestly. So yeah, that's why you didn't see the flags. But we hung all the flags, got the cemeteries done, and we took a nice day off today, and we're gonna have the long weekend off. Like I say, I'm gonna try to get Kevin to go fishing with me on Monday, because we were talking about Duck Lake and he'd never been there. And he's like, well geez, would you take me there sometime? I'm like, sure. So I was planning on, if we weren't working Monday, which we're not, taking a fishing trip with my canoe, you know, my 18-foot dance party canoe. So anyway, I decided, hey, why not make it to Duck Lake and see if I can get Kevin to go. So I haven't asked him yet. He might have plans where it's Memorial Day, I don't know. But I'm gonna ask him and see if we can go fishing. Hang on, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. We did lose a little bit of footage there. Mom called. Anyway, so we're back here. We didn't lose much, like, I don't know, not even a quarter of a mile of footage. So, we're still on the road. We haven't made any turns or anything, nothing special. Just following the road here, on our way. Any GG's. So this is gonna be fun. What a beautiful day though, guys. It really is beautiful. I don't remember what I was talking about, or if it was important or not. My mind's totally blanked out now. Oh, I was talking about Kevin in the Duck Lake trip. Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna try to do that, and that'll be fun. I don't know, I've only gone fishing there once, and I did not catch anything. So, but I've heard it's supposed to be good fishing. So I'm assuming it was just a bad day for fishing, and, you know, things happen. So, we'll see. We'll see what the deal was. If it really is good fishing, or if it's just, you know, bogus rumors. What a nice day, though. I can't get over that. Hopefully it doesn't sun shower like it did last time, huh? That was pretty crazy. Yeah, it was getting pretty hot yesterday hanging them flags. It surprised me when the sun came out. It was like really, really hot, actually. So, spring has finally let go to summer. Well, I say that. Winter has finally let go of spring, and spring is letting go to summer now, all within like a week. Because we just had snow like last week or week before. So, yeah. Life in Maine, guys. You never know. I'm so excited for summer. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna be working a lot, but when I'm not working, I'm gonna have actually money to be able to do stuff, like go on fishing trips and riding around different places and different stuff. So that'll be fun. so lush and green, and like just last week, it kind of surprises me. Like, what? It's so crazy because the last video you saw, cruising with Codger, like 2 weeks ago, week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. It was Mother's Day anyway. We were in a snowstorm, right? And now today, look at it. In 2 weeks' time, I think it's been 2 weeks. Like I say, I've lost track of time totally since I stopped going to school. So, it's so crazy though. I mean, look at it. It's like the complete polar opposite weather. It's insane. I forget in between, like, because fall is so long. Well, actually, fall's pretty short, but winter is so long in Maine. I kind of forget in between how lush and green things really are. So every spring it's like all new to me. I'm like, wow, look how lush and green everything is. Because you just, after a while, you're just like, wow, it's always just white and cold and icy, and you know? Because winter is like so long. We start winter usually in November, and it hangs on, well, like this year, until the middle of May. So, you know, it's a lot of winter. Long winters. But we're on the backside of it now. Coming in the infield. There, you guys requested it, and we have the ultimate sky shot, I would say. Now that's as high up as I can get the camera, the way my holder works. I can't really get it. I mean, I could get it up maybe a little higher, but probably not. So that's a pretty decent sky shot though, that's for sure. So one of the fun parts about working for the town has been I get to use all this brand new equipment. Well, not all of it's brand new, but most of it is really either brand new or just a couple of years old, which I never get to do that, right? Everything I run's from the 70s, you guys know that. 70s push mower, 70s, 80s, and 60s, and 50s chainsaws, right? So it's pretty crazy to be able to use all that brand new equipment like that. It's really awesome. It's awesome feeling, but at the same time, I have to say the stuff they produce, most of the new stuff they produce is total junk. Total junk, and I'd rather use my old stuff even if I have to tinker on it. Like this push mower, they bought this brand new push mower like last year. It's a Husqvarna self-propelled, electric start, Well, it's only a year old, and the electric start battery is already shot on it. And it's just, it's heavy, it's clunky, it doesn't propel well, it doesn't seem, and the wheels on it are really weird. They're plastic, but they're not like the usual plastic lawnmower wheels, and they do not go through rough terrain well at all. They don't even really go that well on the tar, really. So, yeah, I'm not at all impressed with that. We have a couple of steel chainsaws that are, one's pretty new. I wouldn't dare say how new. It's definitely not older probably than 5 years old, but it's not brand new, I don't think. And then we have another one that I think's decently old. But anyway, I'm not really impressed. This is my first experience with steel chainsaws, and granted, it is a fairly limited experience, I'll admit. But still, I can honestly say I'm not that impressed with them. And I'll tell you why. They cut well. Okay, if they got a good chain on them, they cut well. They have, you know, good amount of power. Of course, that's all engine displacement mostly too. But the thing I don't like about them, and I know what you guys are gonna say. You're gonna tell me that, you know, that's nothing to do with steel in general, but we have several different steel things, whether it be chainsaws, blowers, whatever. Steel power equipment does not start easy. It does not. And I don't mean like it pulls hard. I mean, you have to crank on it like 13 times to get the friggin' thing to start. And it doesn't matter if the engine is warm or not, you still have to crank on it to get it to start. And it's ridiculous, and I don't know why. And I don't think it's anything with the carburetor, because it's not old enough to have, you know, those kind of issues. And if it is having those kind of issues, being that new, then that doesn't say much for steel either. But I don't think it's the carburetors at all. I think it's just the nature of the beast. In the past, the only exposure I've had is Husqvarna, and I've had tons of Husqvarna exposure. Everybody I know owns a Husqvarna saw. And Husqvarnas start really good unless they have like a serious problem. And I can't say the same for steel from what I've seen so far. Now, maybe it's just an odd case, but I'm not really impressed. Other than that, I would never buy a steel just because, one, most people in my area don't like them, and I feel like there's probably a good reason for that. And two, honestly, it comes down to looks. This is so ridiculous, right? Because you're gonna tell me you can't buy a saw on looks, and I understand that, but there's plenty of good saws out there that look good at the same time. And personally, this is just personal taste, I don't like that white and orange together. It doesn't do it for me. Okay, it's like a Husqvarna Rancher, and it just makes me want to vomit in my mouth. Okay, it's gross. It's disgusting. I'm not much on it. But so that's what I can say. I mean, in the past, I've heard from the locals and stuff that they don't use steels because in their experience, a steel saw over time will actually rattle itself apart. There again, I don't know how much merit there is to that. I've heard it from a lot of different people, so I assume that it's in some way valid information, but I haven't had that personal experience myself to be able to really say either way. That being said, this has been interesting to be running these saws and stuff at work. Now, we do have a couple Husqvarna things, like I said, the push mower. We have a big backpack blower that's Husqvarna, but pretty much the rest of it's all steel. Or Echo. We have a couple Echo string trimmers and stuff. I have to say, I really like those a lot. I don't know over time how they're gonna run. That I can't say, because they're not that old. But they seem to run really good right now. I like the way the line refill is on them. I don't know how many other companies do this because I don't have a wide, vast experience with gas weed whackers. I've used a couple different gas weed whackers, but mostly it's been like electric or battery powered. So, anyway, so the line on that, of course it's a double line, you know, dual line string trimmer. So, you cut your line off, you slip it through the middle of the spool, and you feed it out the ends of the, I don't know what you want to call it, the case there that the spool sets in, you know, where it comes out the sides. You feed it out through there, then you put the cap on, the spool, and then you like hold a ring there that's on the back of the cap and turn the cap and ratchet that line right in. Slick as can be, once you get used to it. Now, Kevin and I, because Kevin hadn't really used them, I think they had been bought before he, you know, went to work there or whatever. So, he hadn't really used them, and this was kind of his first time, you know, using them and stuff. So he didn't really know how to refill them, and neither did I. And you know, every weed whacker's different, guys. When you go to fill it, they're all different. So it took us a little bit to figure it all out and get it just right. But hey, once you get in the rhythm of that, that is slick as can be, guys. It really is. So yeah, I'm really liking that. So far, so good. So I've been wondering about this Echo brand stuff because it's been the talk, because nobody uses it around here that I know of, and I haven't had any exposure to it before to be able to really say either way. So it's been interesting. It's been a very interesting experience. I'm hoping to, you know, be able to see over time if there's any issues with it, to be able to tell you guys. I really want to try one of their chainsaws. I wish we had one, because I'm really curious, honestly, to see just what, you know, they're like. Because this echo thing seems to be, at least in this area, starting to come to a front all at once. People are showing more interest in it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's going to be interesting. Wow, this is interesting. We have a construction zone with a flagger. Oh, there is 2 flaggers. Okay. I thought there was only a flagger on one end, flagging for both sides or something. Wow, this is kind of screwed up. Like, very screwed up. The construction zones seem to be getting weirder all the time. It's not really construction, it looks like it's a telephone company, but just the same. It's kind of odd. For sure. This is very, very interesting. Well, if we do nothing else today, guys, we can see we went through a very strange construction zone today. I keep calling it construction. It's the telephone company, but same difference, okay? If you got flaggers, alright. It's construction, universally. At least in this area. Probably the closest thing to construction we have around here. Nobody actually comes to work on the roads or anything. Very rarely. That's another thing I've learned working for the town. It's kind of funny. Because you'd think that town workers, right, and state workers would kind of be working together, right? Because they're kind of trying to serve the same area, you know, whatever. So, but no, it's like a rivalry instead between the two. So, you know, town workers are always complaining about what the state workers are doing, and the state workers are always disgusted because the town workers are doing, you know, X, Y, and Z. And it's like this feud between the state and the town all the time. So that's kind of funny. I didn't anticipate that, honestly. I guess I kind of should have, because when you get two kind of, I want to say breeds that are that close, you know, there's gonna be some feuding. But anyway, it's kind of funny. So we're in Howland. I forgot to tell you guys, but yeah, so we're cruising through Howland. Just came through the rotary, getting ready to hit the big old highway here. Not really, but it sounded good. So I'm gonna take you guys a different way into Milo than most of you would probably go. I mean, I'm sure that there's plenty of you that have gone this way too, but most of you probably would not go this way. That's why I'm gonna go this way. Plus, it's one of my favorite ways to go, so I'm excited about that. Road work ahead, but yet there's nobody there. Okay, I don't know if they're just not there yet. We're gonna find out. Just gonna send it. Closed ahead. Okay, maybe there is gonna be actual road work. Well, I see another sign facing the other way, so maybe they're just not here yet. I don't think they start real early. I don't know what time it is. Well, it's 9 o'clock. They ought to be up and at it by now, I think. I don't know. It's probably good that we're going the back way here, because I don't know how much of this is we're gonna have and how far up it goes. Oh, okay. I guess that was it. Well, anywhoots, guys, ladies and germs. I literally love saying that. It's like a new thing for me. Here we go. Coming into Maxfield. We could go through LaGrange. I don't like going through LaGrange if I'm not in a hurry. Plus, this is kind of the old-fashioned kind of back way. And you guys probably have never been this way. So for that reason, we're gonna go this way. So this is going to be kind of fun for you guys. New experience, right? Get you crooked here. I don't know, that looks pretty good. Alright, gonna put down the hammer here. Gonna crack a cold one. Relax, it's Pepsi, okay? No. Not gonna lie, prefer Coke, but Pepsi's what the general store carries up from the house. So I usually end up. I mean, they have small cans of Coke, but mostly it's Pepsi products in bottles. So that's why I ended up with that. But fun fact, in case you guys are wondering why I was drinking Pepsi, I mean, I'm sure you were. So, well, I think why they did that was the guy before got the Coke products in bottles and the Pepsi products in bottles, but that requires two different vendors, which is more cost. And these people have been a lot more cost efficient and keeping cheaper prices and stuff. So I think that's one of the reasons why, is because they've kind of consolidated down to like one supplier, right? Instead of paying both vendors to come in. Because it's just a small little country store. I mean, you know, they get a lot of business in the summer, but still, that's a waste of money to have both vendors coming in all the time. So, anyway. I don't know if you guys ever experienced those feuds, but there's always a feud between the Pepsi people and the Coke people. And it's pretty funny. Now there was, I'm trying to think, is Dr. Pepper Pepsi or Coke? Somebody leave a comment, because I can't remember. It's been so long. Because I actually have like different food allergies. Like I'm allergic to Brazilian, is it Brazilian nuts? Is that what they call them? Like the pig's ear and stuff. Allergic to those. I'm allergic to preservatives, some preservatives. It's the preservative sodium benzoate, I think is how they say it. And that's in almost everything. Unless you guys live out in like the Midwest and stuff, they don't use it so much out there. They have like a calcium preservative they replace it with, and I'm not allergic to that. So when we'd go trucking over the road and stuff, and I'd get out west, I could eat anything. I could eat anywhere. I could eat anytime. It was great. But around here, not so much. So, anyway, we got somebody there with a boat. So, yeah, so I was talking Dr. Pepper, that's where I was going with that. I forget in between. So, yeah, I haven't had Dr. Pepper in so long because I'm allergic to it. Now. Never used to be. I kind of developed these allergies all at once. I'm not exactly sure why. Oh yeah, and I'm also allergic to growth hormones in dairy products, which isn't such a big deal. Like, as far as being able to find dairy products I'm not allergic to. But it makes it so I can't eat out most places and stuff because you don't know what they're using, you know, and cross-contamination. And it's bad. But anyway, so I haven't had Dr. Pepper. I'm going to crack my window. Hopefully this isn't too loud. But it's getting really hot in here. So Dr. Pepper used to be one of my favorites, and I haven't had it in so long. That's why I can't remember whether it's Coke or Pepsi product. But, okay, wait a minute. I think it's Pepsi. I think it's Pepsi because Coke has cherry Coke. That's what I was going to tell you guys. It's funny because everything that one has, the other has, right? So you got Sierra Mist and Sprite, Dr. Pepper, if it's a Pepsi product, I think it is, and cherry Coke, right? Sunkiss. Okay, maybe there isn't a pair for Sunkiss. I don't know. So anyway, it works out pretty decent with sodas because usually there's an opposite version that I can have, and it's not all Pepsi products that have it, and it's not all Coke products that have it. But as a general rule, I can drink more Coke products than I can Pepsi products. So, anyway, yeah. But like Sierra Mist, I'm not allergic to, and some of them, so it kind of goes either way. But like Sprite, I am. So some ways I have to drink the Pepsi version, and some ways I have to drink the Coke version. But 9 times out of 10, it's the Coke version I'm not allergic to. So all this to say, well, I don't know. I'm not really sure what all that was to say, but there's some information for you, fun facts. So, anyway, yeah. Oh, I remember. All this was to say that I'm not usually a fan of Pepsi products, but I did really like Dr. Pepper before I was allergic. There we go. And then I'll find out in this video that turns out Dr. Pepper was a Coke product and all this was irrelevant. Which could happen. I'm not ruling that out. But anyway, there it goes. I'm kind of random. Everybody tells me I'm kind of random. It's funny because I'll look into my mind here. This is going to be like, oh, what do you call it? Wow, that was loud. It's going to be like a backstage pass, okay, into Codger's mind. This is how it works. So all of a sudden, I'm thinking about, I'm eating like a turkey sandwich, okay? We'll say this. I'm eating a turkey sandwich, and I'm like, wow, this turkey sandwich is awesome, okay? And then I'm like, you know what would be better is a chicken sandwich, because I always love chicken better than turkey, because turkey's always typically drier than chicken. And then that makes me think, wow, do you remember that Popeye's chicken commercial from the other day? Wow, that looked really good. Oh wow, that breading on that looked unbelievable. You know what else has unbelievable breading? Onion rings. Onion rings are awesome. Wow, I love onions. You know what else I like? I like Funyuns. Ogres are like onions. That makes me think of the Shrek movie. So then I'm like, oh yeah, Shrek, that was an awesome movie. Donkey, he's really funny. You know, he was a donkey. Wait, are there really donkeys that are that small? And then that spirals into, oh yeah, remember when we had goats? Goats are like donkeys, right? And then you're thinking about, wow, goats are destructive. Unlike sheep, sheep are just disgusting though. They're not as nice as you know, some other animals that are cleaner, like kittens. I like kittens. Kittens are good. You remember Mr. Kit, the cat? Oh yeah, he was awesome. Yeah, Mr. Kit didn't like to listen to loud music. Which music was it he didn't like to listen to? Oh yeah, DC Talk. DC Talk's awesome too. They're on a cruise right now. I'd love to go to that cruise. And this all started because I was eating a turkey sandwich, okay? This is how my mind works. And it doesn't sound odd if you space it out. But this all happens in like 30 seconds in my mind, okay? That's how my mind works. So, in 30 seconds, I've completely tied a DC Talk cruise to a turkey sandwich. You're welcome, America. So that's why sometimes I get random and get off on John's and things, and it's way out there, and I don't know. Yeah, backstory now. So this is Maxfield, anyway guys, all through here. And River of Life Bible Camp. I don't know if anybody knows about that. If you're from the area, you probably have heard of it. That is actually right up here. You see this house here on the hill on the right-hand side? Actually, right there, you see that sign right behind, right there, the outframe for that sign. That's the road going into that River of Life Bible Camp right there. It goes down in there. So, yeah, if you didn't know what that was, that's where it is. Fun fact. I really like coming through here though. It's really nice. It's just a nice woods scenic drive. Larry Keefe. My adopted grandpa, okay? Larry Keefe. If you're watching this, shout out to Larry, alright? He always comes through this way. Sometimes I'd stay in ANGG's overnight or whatever, and he'd come to an art class at Enfield a lot. And I used to go to art class with him there for a little while. So he'd pick me up from Nanny and Gigi's, because he lives in Milo too. And he'd drive this way through Maxfield instead of going through LaGrange. He'd always come through here, and we'd see deer and different stuff. And we'd have to always stop in front of the river back there and look out at the foliage if it was fall, right? So anyway, he'd always come through here on his way to art class. And he actually took some photos through here that he actually painted at art class that were so inspiring. So it was pretty funny. We had this one painting he did. I don't know if we may have already passed the section. If we haven't passed it, I'll try to remember to tell you when we get there. But you're coming down over these hills through here, and you get like at the top of the hill and you start down over it, and you can see quite a ways, and the road just goes up and down and up and down, and you're looking at it, and then it goes into a sharp corner. He took a photo from there in the fall, and you can see all them trees from the top of that hill, right? there was these two little tire, like burnt rubber marks in the road, in the photo, and we were all harassing him so bad because it's a bunch of old guys that go to the class. So I was like right in my element, and they'd always tease each other. Like there was this old guy Blaine, okay, and he'd always be painting like an owl or a partridge or something. And yes, we say partridge, not partridge. So there you go. There's some Maine for you. So anyway, he'd be painting a partridge, right? So we'd go up to him and we'd say, "Hey Blaine, that's one little good-looking seagull you got going there." Right? So we'd always do that. We'd harass each other. And then somebody would start out with a blank canvas. And then you'd walk over and you'd say, "I love your painting of the white horses in a snowstorm," right? So we had these little inside jokes and stuff. So anyway, Larry was painting this painting. And we'd always go up and be like, "Larry, you got to put in them tire tracks. You're going to put those in, right? You can't leave them out, okay? They're essential to the painting." He'd get all wound up, right? And then we'd say, "Oh, geez, Larry, what are you going to put in? You got to put something in there with the tires smoking, all right? That's left them tire tracks coming down over the hill." Oh, geez. We had a lot of fun. Yep, I love coming this way. That wind's blowing pretty good today. Seems to be. Oh, I want my window down, but I'm afraid it's going to be too loud for you guys. Let's see if I can switch this over to like vents. There we go. That feels better. Then up here, this is weird. It kind of S-turns up into the hill. And then if you're coming from either side here, you have stop signs. Or if you're coming down the hill, you have a stop sign. But here, you don't have a stop sign, so you can just gom into it and go for it. Go for broke. So it's kind of funny. The way that's set up right there. When I was learning to drive, that was really confusing to me. Coming back into her. We got our foot in it. Here we go. What a beautiful day. Look at that sky. Oh, I love these hills. You can lose your stomach. You guys ever gone down the road and just lost your stomach? Like you come down over a hill and you just, like it's a sudden abrupt over the hill and then back down and your stomach just kind of flops like on a roller coaster. This is the perfect road to do that. You can do that to yourself so bad on this road. It's pretty funny. Freewheeling, here we go. Yeah, I think we're coming up to the point where that painting was. I don't think we'd passed it yet. I think it's going to be up here. I'm hoping. I kind of zoned out there for a little bit, so I'm not sure, but I think it's right up here. Is it? Possibly. Oh, jeez, that's a bad one. The road doesn't get much TLC out here either. Yeah, here we go. It was right. It was right through here, but it wasn't right here. I'll tell you where it was here. Imagine coming down through here on a bicycle. That'd be awesome. Oh, it was right here. See how the road just kind of dips down and then dips down and then goes into a corner? It looks different on camera, but it's a pretty wild dip in real life. There's some tire tracks right through here in the road, and oh my word, it was so funny. So funny. Yeah, see, there is now, too. There's always somebody who's later up right there. This is a pretty wild road, but it's fun to drive. I love driving this road. If I had a classic car, like an old Chevelle or something, I would take it on this road, believe it or not, because this is just the kind of road that you want to be rocking down in a muscle car, downshifting, upshifting, punching it, letting off it, clutching it. Oh yeah, I can just see it all now. I always have this vision in my mind of this muscle car, right? And it's a Chevelle, it's always a Chevelle, right? 69, okay? Coming around, it's a real wooded area, right? And the trees are like right up to the shoulder of the road. And they kind of grow over almost into each other, but not quite, you know, so there's some light that comes through. But it's real heavy and it's like evergreens. I've always wanted to paint it, but I've never quite got it. I painted something similar once, but I never quite got it the way I envisioned it in my mind. And there's a real sharp corner, and the Chevelle's coming around that corner in this fall time. So there's some foliage in there too. And there's leaves all over the road, like thick, heavy leaves everywhere, right? So here comes the Chevelle, and it's winding around the corner, just hanging on to the edge of the road. You know how they do. Just rolled right up into the corner, foot right to the floor, right? And it comes through there, and it just whirlwinds all them leaves right out of the road. Just gush of wind, and the leaves are just swirling, and here comes that Chevelle, and you can hear the friggin' exhaust just ripping on it. It's like, you know, and it comes flying by, and there's just a swirl of autumn leaves everywhere. Man, I'm telling you, it's very real in my mind. It probably doesn't sound that real to you guys, but it is so real in my mind. Man, ooh, I'm telling you, it makes my heart flutter. So anyway, that's one of my visions, alright? Bucket list, aspirations, that's one of them. Gotta find a road like that, that's got leaves in it, and get myself a muscle car just so I can live that moment. They always say that heaven is going to be like the most amazing place, right? And it's going to be like everything you've ever wanted and more. Well, I have always believed personally that probably it will be very personally specific. So the kind of things that you really, really like or really, really enjoy will be the things that you'll be doing, because we're going to have things that we do in heaven too. We're not just going to be sitting around all day, right? We have jobs and tasks and things that we do, and just like on earth, but everything will be perfect, right? So I always feel like in heaven, alright, I'm gonna be up there, I'm gonna be doing carpentry work, it's gonna be going beautiful, alright? I'm gonna be out there burning up the road in a muscle car, alright, through them autumn leaves. I'm just saying, it's gonna be good times. Out there in a 18-foot party canoe, just fishing, and I'm gonna have so many fish that the canoe is gonna be full to the rims, but it's not gonna sink because it's heaven and everything's perfect, right? So it's not gonna be too heavy for the canoe. The canoe's gonna be fine. Lug all them back, right? Gonna have a fish fry. Oh, it's gonna be good times, good times. Gonna have a whole fleet of old chainsaws. I'm gonna be pulp cutting up a storm, me and Gigi. It's gonna be where it's at, all right? You can envision it how you want to envision it, but that's how it's gonna go for me, alright? Oh, jeez. Some people would say, well, geez, you dream pretty small. And some of you would say, well, you dream pretty wild, but honestly, these are my dreams, okay? And they're very big and very exciting to me. I was telling Jacob Dow the other day about that Q&A we had, and about the part where I'm like, yeah, and oh, here we go, classic car, what do we got, what do we got, what do we got? Not really sure, honestly, what that was. Anyway, so I was telling Jacob Dow about the Q&A we had, and about the part where I'm like, yeah, I want this giant warehouse garage thing, Polaris Indy snowmobiles, wall to wall, and I'm just gonna, like, walk in and lights are gonna go, choo, 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 choo. I was telling him about that. I thought he was gonna fall out of his chair laughing. He's like, you are so weird. I'm like, what? I'm serious. This is my dream. I felt like the kid on the Little Caesars commercial. But my dream. How many of you have seen that? That's so funny. They're like in a classroom, right? And everybody's telling their dreams. And this little redheaded kid comes up to the desk and he's like, my dream is to make a pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni, right? And make it like for affordable prices or whatever. And they're like, sorry kid, it's already been done. Little Caesars did it. He's like, and then they cut to him and he's like, but my dream! And then they cut him off and they go to a Little Caesars promotion. It was so funny. That was so me and the maniac scientists. Because we're always like, we want to do such and such. It's going to be the greatest invention known to mankind. We're going to be millionaires. And then somebody's like, that was already done by so-and-so. And we're like, what? But our dream? No. I do have this good idea. A couple good ideas for inventions, okay? I'm not going to say anything because some of you, might be needing my idea. So I'm not going to say anything as of right now. But I believe that they have never been done before. So I'm going to do it. And it's going to be epic. The maniac scientist probably knows what these are, which makes it twice as funny because they're not really nearly as epic as I make them out to be. But it's funny. Maybe you'll see someday. I can tell you one of my dream jobs, honestly, if I could have any job in the world, would be to be in advertising, like making commercials and stuff. That would be so awesome. Like, so awesome. I actually wrote, I gotta do this on camera for you guys. Next live stream, maybe, we'll do it. I did this commercial as a kid. Do not let me forget this, guys. Somebody write this down, and I will do it in the next live stream. As a kid, I had this assignment in school to write I think it was just a commercial or an advertisement or I don't know. It might not even been a commercial. I totally took it to the next level. Just saying. So anyway, and I decided I was going to do it for Marshmallow Fluff. This is Milo, by the way, guys. So I sat down, I wrote a complete commercial for Marshmallow Fluff, and I did it in the vintage voice. Like the total vintage style commercial way. And I read it to everybody I knew, and they loved it. They flipped their lid. It was crazy, right? So then I decided I wanted to read it to everybody. Well, no, what happened was somebody caught wind of it at Kid Care, and they're like, you have to come in and do that, right? And I'm like, I don't need to come in and do it, right? So I just rattle it off to them, right? In the whole vintage thing and the whole deal. They're like, you did not write that. You did not write that. And they're like flipping out. They're like Googling it, right? They're like, there's no way. That has to be online somewhere. You found it online somewhere. So they Googled it. It was not online. So they come back. They're like, that is insane, right? So anyway, it's been really popular. Really, really popular. And I am going to do it for you guys on camera for a live stream. It's going to happen. So be looking forward to that. Like I say, you might have to remind me, because I come up with these ideas and then I forget. But I will do it if you remind me. 100%. 100% guaranteed. There's LJ's. They used to have Chester Fried Chicken there. I don't know if they still do. They got the sign up, but I don't know if they still carry. I think somebody said they don't. Here we go. Lane's Bakery down there at the foot of the hill. If you live in Maine, chances are, if you live in mid-Maine, I should say, like the middle of Maine, you know Lane's Bakery. You've seen their stuff. It's in almost every convenience store from, like, Mattawamcake to Bangor. And That's where it all happens, right there. It's pretty crazy. Her donuts are unbelievable. Larry, my buddy Larry, used to be the salesman for him there for a while. He was a salesman back in the day. He sold all different stuff, worked for different companies, and of course he was retired. And he was friends with Elaine, and she needed somebody to sell stuff for. So he actually came out of retirement and sold donuts for Elaine's. It was pretty awesome. Here we go, coming across the bridge. I love this. This is like one of my favorite parts. Get the old buildings there. Wind it around the bridge. Get the river there next to us. You must have seen it on the way by. Coming out. Here we go. Boogie down. Dropping the hammer. This old truck's home. Spent all of its days on this street right here. She'll get the boogie on and get on this street. She's on home stretch. She knows it. I could probably let go of the wheel and this thing could drive itself home. I mean, we ain't gonna try it or nothing. I'm just saying, I probably could do it. What a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Oh, sheriff pickup? That is classy. I've never seen a sheriff pickup before. Anyway, I've always wanted a neighbor just like you. That is too funny. Alright guys, here we are. Dan and Gigi's. We have arrived. You're welcome, America. Okay. So, dudes and dudettes. If you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a dislike. If you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. If you don't want to leave a comment, don't leave a comment. Alright? But give me some feedback. Tell me what's going on. And there'll be more videos like this coming up soon. Different places, different faces. Thanks for watching.